It'll be Ty Gibbs on the inside in the 18, and Corey Heim, the Daytona winner, on the outside of that front row. The green is out on a cloudy evening in the Valley of the Sun. Hold on, a couple of drivers hard into the wall, including Zane Smith. Cody Breidinger gets into the 25 of Gracie Trotter. So we didn't even complete a lap here, and a big melee down in the first corner.
When they come into turn one and there's only so much room for two cars, this is what happens.
Let's take a look at the Auto Park It replay, and as we do, what did you see, Austin?
Yeah, that's a difficult part of the racetrack. It's funny. She seemed to almost get on the seam there on the outside and just lose control. You know, when you're on the inside of one of these cars, it's really hard to lose that side force, and you get loose. And then once it does, there's no banking in turns 1 and 2 to hold you.
Disappointing end of the day for Gracie Trotter. Cody Breidinger as well had some contact with her. And there you see Zane Smith has climbed out okay out of his 17 race car.
And the number 21 of Jack Wood we saw there, he is racing full-time in this series. His car is on pit road. They're trying to do everything they can. Yeah, Jack Wood, that white number 21, Quick Quack Car Wash, number 21 Chevy. No. He has been behind the wall, not able to continue on.
Caution, back out. Bryce Hogberg in that 0-1. He had some difficulty in practice, brought out a couple of cautions in practice, and now 35 laps into this race, we have another caution.
Making his debut in the ARCA Menards Series with Andy Hillenberg in one of his 4 entries.
Here's the Auto Park It replay. Drew Dollar caught him in a hurry, made some contact. Drew Dollar had no place to go. Austin, if you take a look at that, you're a fast car catching a slower car. What are your thoughts on what we saw?
Yeah, that was rough. I mean, if you're either of them right, it's a difficult spot as you're the faster approaching car, because it didn't seem like he had quite enough of a lane to the bottom, and obviously that's a difficult day for Bryce. He was just trying to hold his lane there and ends up with a torn-up race car.
Turn 3, would you say that's the narrowest part? You got to get right on entry. I mean, it was a matter of Bryce was there, but I don't think there was much choice for Drew to go where he wanted to go.
Yeah, you definitely have to commit once you enter into turn 3. The hill really drops down to the bottom, and you have to commit to your lane. And obviously, Drew was trying to wrap the bottom and probably assumed that the 0-1 was going to wash up the racetrack more. And obviously, they had some contact, and Drew didn't want to lose any time and didn't lift.
There's the damage to the front end. Slight contact with that Sunbelt Rentals machine for Drew Dollar as he caught the slower car.
Well, I appreciate it. I hope that I get to do more stuff on inside the racetrack during the weekends, but this has been fun so far.
Hey, can I tell the folks a little secret about our conversation yesterday?
What do you got?
You called me. You're kind of wondering. I felt a little nerves about coming up into the booth tonight.
Yeah, a little bit. It's out of my element.
Doing a great job, but we have another caution here at this 1 mile facility. The number 21 out on the 27, I apologize. Hillis winds up against the wall like he did in practice earlier today. Hillis just one of those competitors trying to use the ARCA Menards Series to get that valuable learning experience, especially on some of the bigger racetracks. Here's a look of it, what we have from our Auto Park It replay, hard into the wall with the left rear of that machine.
Joey East just made the short list. That was a sweet move. He was in that red number 54. He had to steer to the left. He was in the same tire tracks as Bobby Hillis entering the corner.
As you see, that 20 car, he went up to the tractor compound all by himself there. So I'm excited. I'm getting a little more excited. That's my second thing other than restarts is we got a car around here in 3 and 4.
Yellow flag does come out with Ty Gibbs about a 2-second lead, and unfortunately for Takuma Koga, he is the reason for the caution. He's made contact with the wall in the 7 car for Jerry Pitts Racing.
Takuma had a lot of good runs with Joe Nava Racing, and in terms of getting to 7th in points last year, he had 3 top 10 finishes, which adds to his total. He had just 6 top 10 finishes last year alone with that team. So I really like what they've done in progressing Takuma Koga here and pairing himself, getting into this ride, the Rise Up Toyota with Jerry Pitts. But unfortunately, that turn 3 wall came up in a quick hurry for him tonight.
Maybe a little contact down there. We'll see if he's able to keep on going. He goes by the start-finish line now, right in front of our tower, and there he is in that Sunrise Ford machine. for Bob Mercati and Sanchez. Sanchez in the wall. Nick Sanchez running third, those older tires, and he has some hard contact. That's going to put him out of the show. But what's going to shake down here under this caution? That is the big question, Jim Trado, in regards to what's going on. By the way, we're under caution because Nick Sanchez, there's the remains of his race car, hard contact with the wall. We'll check to see what we found out. We were told there was possible contact that might have contributed to Sanchez getting into the wall. You can see it was a hard lick, and when he climbed out, he was frustrated, Jim. He was shaking his head.
He's looking for a driver, too, to share his displeasure with. We didn't quite catch who may have been involved, but he was standing by his car. Thank goodness he got out okay. But hard impact for a driver who's racing full-time in this series. They put a big investment in Max Siegel to put some Chevrolets under these guys that have good pedigree with Brett Holmes Racing. They sold a lot of their inventory off to Bill McAnally Racing to start his Bill McAnally Racing Academy. So that inventory is fresh to the team, and that's a big blow for this team that's going to go full-time. There's a lot of short tracks they want to race this car at, and they'll have to do a whole front clip and more to get this car ready to go for the rest of the year.